Introducing What's Country in Vegas, the show to watch for the inside scoop on some of the hottest country celebrities. Come share the ride with your host, Tina Montana.
Well, everybody, my name is Mccoy, and today is a huge day for the bucking bull business. Today, the American Bucking Bull Incorporated is having their Futurity Finals. And to qualify for the Futurity Finals, it is the top 50 two-year-old bulls from around the world. We were honored enough this year to have 4 of the top 50. And you don't think it's that big a deal, but these bulls are just 2-year-olds. So I kind of talk like it being the Little League World Series for these bulls. Today you'll see 50 of the best bulls with a box on them that weighs about 15 pounds. Every bull will buck 4 seconds. There will be 4 judges mark these bulls 1 to 25 on how high they jump, how hard they kick, how fast they turn, their intensity, and the difficulty that they may be for a rider. The neat thing about it is there's so many famous bulls, from Asteroid to Bushwhacker to Bell's Blue, Bruiser, Sweet Pro's Long John. These bulls come through these same chutes, working their way up. It would be like the minor league, I guess you could say, of the bucking bull business. So you can write down some of these bulls' names today, and next year or the year after, you might see J.B. Mooney, Guillermo Marchi, some of the top riders in the world faced up against them. But to explain more about the ABBI, the American Bucking Bull Registry keeps track of all the DNA of these bulls. These bulls are genetically bred to buck. And you'll see the announcer probably even emphasize, and we talk about it a lot, the popular breeds in bull riding, just like a racehorse. You know, every year we have a live auction. We give people the opportunity to buy half interest in our very best stock. And the 4 bulls that you'll see today, people bought half interest when they're just baby calves. Next week we have 60 lots come up for sale, and you may own the next world champion bucking bull. He's been to Vegas before, so he should actually know this game a little bit better than the other bulls. But he's pretty consistent. He's usually right here around to the left. The World Finals is 2 rounds. And for Sonic Blast, I think he may not be number 1, but he's really consistent. So we're gonna hope we get 2 really good trips out of him, and maybe get him back in there in the top 25 for Saturday, and win lots of big money. Go ahead. Dean, I'm gonna grab this tail and try to spin him out of here again. Well, you don't have to move. I'm just telling you, I might run into him.
Can I get you to come just this way? Just right here. You're such a tall guy.
Go ahead.
Bull's name?
This is Mr. Majestic. This is the one I tell you about. He'll be swinging for the fence. If I can keep him on his feet, I think it's gonna be.
His horns are cut.
Yeah,
shorter.
All of them have to be cut. They have to be cut back to a certain point. Go ahead.
All right, so was that a good one or not?
Well, it was good until he hit the chute there. It kind of stopped his momentum there. So they'll dock him for that. We're gonna see if we can back old California kid up a step and go there. Oh. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's no problem. He's kind of watered up. Boy, I'd like to get out of there. Go ahead.
How's his buck on that one?
He was good. You know, I don't know if he's going to be moving first, but he's going to make back to the top 25 on the season. He had a really good first round score. I think he's going to be a top 5 calf right now. You want to invest in the bull business? own part of a world champion bucking bull, have the opportunity to win lots of money, tune in to thebreedersconnection.com, watch 60 of the best lots going, and put your name on a top bucking bull.
All right, I'm backstage here with Aaron Watson, big star. You started out 2015 with a big bang. And I want to say a big bang because you were the first solo male artist to debut at #1. I heard with a self-release, independently promoted album called The Underdog. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. We've had a great year, a blessed year. Like my mom says, who'da thunk it, But it was.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Who would have thought it? But and she's an English teacher, but I always remember her saying, "Who'da thunk it?" Just being funny. It's been a great year, and record came out, went #1. It was an amazing deal where I remember I had Rolling Stone magazine call me up, and they said, "How in the world does a West Texas boy with no record deal, no major radio play, outsell the competition?" And I said, "Well, I said the answer to that's simple. God's blessed me with the best fans in the world." And then I told him, I said, "Well, and I reckon if Jesus can walk on water, making my record #1 is just a walk in the park." And it's been neat to be blessed with that platform this year, to be able to get up there and give God all the glory, which is His. It's His. It's like there's been a lot of things that have happened that I really are I can't really explain.
I understand completely. I wanted to touch base a little bit about some of the songs because there's some things that have happened to you in your life that have given you the inspiration to write. Fence Post, July in Cheyenne, and That Look that was written for your wife, Kimberly. Yeah. So let's start with Fence Post because I listened to that on the way here and it gave me inspiration. And can you just tell me a little bit about that song?
Yeah, it's just kind of a funny little song that I wrote on the way back from Austin back home to Abilene a couple years back, and it's about an old boy who worked at a record, who's still at one of the biggest labels there in Nashville, and I guess I wasn't his cup of tea, but he basically told me that I didn't have, I couldn't cut the mustard, and so 15 years later I wrote him a song, and really it's a song I wrote not to be a personal jab at him, but to inspire others that are chasing a dream, and to let you know that, hey, if you got a dream, you got to go out there and you got to chase it down.
You got to make it happen.
You got to make it happen. If you're waiting around for somebody else to make your dream come true, then it's probably not gonna happen. I mean, it happens for some. You got the right look and you got the right voice and you got the right person giving you the right songs, and it can be manufactured for you, but that most of the time doesn't happen like that. And 50 years later,
you are. Do you believe in destiny?
I don't know about destiny. I don't know about all that. I know that.
But we have a purpose, and God sets our purpose first, and we have a destiny. And He opens the doors, and we walk through them.
Yeah, but I think God gives me choices. I think.
I agree with that.
Had I chose to be a high school baseball coach, I think, God would have, expected me to let my light shine for Him with that occupation. I mean, I think God gives us the choice to take free will to do whatever we want to do. And
I have to say, I agree with you so heartedly on that.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of great opportunities and great choices, and I've chosen some doors, some good ones and some bad ones.
Yeah.
But I really believe with that. Tell me about your family. You have these three things: family, faith, and fans. Yeah. I want to know about your family.
Well, I have a wonderful wife, Kimberly, and I think she has more fans than me.
Don't forget he wrote the song. Yeah. That Look, about his wife, Kimberly.
Yeah,
tell the fans. Yeah. Kimberly, no, he's not single.
Yeah. Kimberly, there it is.
Very married.
Very married.
Cute and very married.
Very married, yeah. I'm not attracted to women anymore. I like fishing boats.
Wow, that takes a lot of patience.
Yeah, fishing boats are a lot less. They're easier. You can turn them off.
So are you a good fisherman?
Well, I'm all right.
Okay.
Well, when you have three kids,
You have to have a lot of patience.
well, I don't really get to fish. I spend a lot of time untangling line and baiting hooks and stuff.
My husband takes a lot of my time.
That's right. But and at the house we have Jake, Jack, and Jolie Kate. And
Wait, Jake, Jack.
and Jolie Kate.
Don't say that too fast.
Jake. So Jake is 9. Jack just turned 8. And she may be my favorite one.
Okay.
Jolie Kate just turned 6.
Wow.
So, and we had a little girl that we lost named Julia Grace. And that leads me back to another song that you asked me about. And that's July in Cheyenne. And July in Cheyenne was the first song that I wrote after we lost Julia. After we lost Julia, getting out on the road and playing shows was a real struggle for me. Just didn't seem right. Playing shows to people having fun, and I was heartbroken, homesick, and
Time to heal.
yeah. But at the same time, there really wasn't time to heal. Daddies have to work.
Sure. You mentioned that in some quotes that I read about family, being a good husband and a good provider. I'm going to touch point now on just another subject. We are here at the WNFR. What's your relation to the rodeo? Did you used to ride or anything?
Nope. I liked baseball and girls. And
What position in baseball?
short and second
Okay. Favorite team?
and left out.
Left out. Favorite team?
I like the Stros and the Rangers.
Okay. Yes, that's good. That's good.
I like both of them. But now I just coach. I coach the boys team. But
Wait, I have to ask, when do you get time to coach? Because I saw your tour schedule and it's pretty full for the year. How do you find time to do this?
it's full, but even if you tour 150 days a year, you still have 200 plus days at home. So it's just trying to keep that balance. So
And I saw that you're going to France.
we're going to France and Italy and the UK. It'll be, I think, our 4th or 5th European tour.
Do you know that we just met a contestant from France that's in the WNFR?
Wow, that's amazing.
It was a city. He said it was his first time, and being as what's been happening in France, I actually think that you'll be a positive influence in France.
Well, we've been there before, and the people are just wonderful. So we're looking forward to going back.
I think that's outstanding. All right. Working hard is serious understatement. This is a quote that I read. And again, I saw your schedule. It's very full. You work very hard. I can tell that you're a big believer in Christ. For people or, young fans out there that are out, they want to get in the music industry, is there any advice you can give them, on what you've learned and your just kind of your life, what's happened? Just tell them.
Well, first of all, I would say you got to learn to play the guitar.
Okay, and you got to write.
You got to write. Okay. Yeah, people that say I want to be an artist, I want to sing. And I'm like, well, what are you going to sing? Well, songs. I was like, well, who's going to give you good songs? Well, I don't know. You've got to play the guitar. You've got to write your own songs. And you got to get out there and you got to sing. I don't care if it's, outside a gas station. I mean, you got to get out there and sing your songs and believe in what you do.
And believe in what you do. Do your songs have a mission or a statement, or they come from the heart, and when you just feel something, you write about it?
Well, when I feel something, I write about it. And I write a lot of bad songs that...
I would say that.
Well, I do. I mean, people never hear them, but, for every...
Are these songs in the shower?
Yeah, songs in the shower. But for every song that materializes into something that I'm proud of, there's 10 that were swing and a miss, and but it's just persistence and being dedicated to what you're doing, whether it's singing or acting, or whether you want to become a lawyer, a doctor, or a coach, whatever your dream is. It's hard work, and you got to get out there and get it, and don't be discouraged when somebody says that you can't. I'm using a lot of things there's been a lot of things this last year. There's been a lot of positive things, but there's been a lot of negative things. And I'm using those things as a way to fuel my fire for this next record that I'm working on right now. And so you use those kind of things to, you know.
I mentioned to your tour manager that when bad things do happen to us, some bad circumstances, it's where we mature. As a believer, we mature so we can go into the next threshold of our life, and I really do believe in that. So, I just want to say, we got to look at our fans out here. Yep, get up and close and personal. All right, we're gonna stay tuned because we're gonna show you how to follow Mr. Aaron here on his tour dates, how to reach him, check out his songs. He's all over YouTube. You actually had some great interviews on YouTube talking about your faith, your beliefs, your family, things that are very, very important in the world and in our country right now, and especially to our youth.
Well, thank you. It's an honor. Thanks for having me on your show.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
See you soon. Keep it country. Keep it real. Thank you.
In the rain, in the mud, in July and Cheyenne, they had to carry away that brave young man. A little part of every heart of every rodeo fan died there in the rain, in the mud, in July and Cheyenne.
Garrett,
Yes.
I want to know what's the driving force behind this?
Growing up around it, I always wanted to do it. My dad did it. I mean, I grew up watching him and traveling and just wanted to do it, and finally got that opportunity when I was a young kid. And ever since then, I fell in love with it, and it's just been uphill from there.
I know for freestyle bullfighting, what's the future hold for you?
Big things. I've been really fortunate this year of different places and going to travel to compete in these events and meeting a lot of new people, a lot of new contacts to where I can up my career in this sport that I can just see how far I can get and hopefully get to be one of the greatest that's ever been in the dirt. So.
Okay, so freestyle versus, what do you call it?
Cowboy
protection. What's the difference?
Cowboy protection, it's you and another bullfighter and then you have a bull and a bull rider. Well, when that bull rider steps off that bull, it's your job to step in there and make that bull come after you as a better target, almost sacrificing yourself for that fallen rider so they can get up and go to the next one. We can get in there, save them, step out, or sometimes it doesn't work. It just depends on the situation.
Okay, you're a young guy. What's giving you the rush? I mean, why do you want to be in this career? I mean, is it money, or I mean, what's the passion for it?
I mean, the money's there. There's no doubt about it. But it's a good feeling to be able to step in between a friend and a bull and step out of there thinking, you know what? I just helped some guy get onto his life, to either whether he's got a family or he's just saving himself. It makes you feel good that you did something for that person, like not selfish at all.
You're looking a bull in the eye when he comes out. Is he born that way? Do you guys agitate him? What do you do to how does that bull get so mean?
A lot of them grow up being mean. A lot of it, like them little Spanish bulls we're fighting this weekend, them bulls are bred mean. They come out of their moms and they're mean. I mean, they'll be a day old and be trying to take you at the knees. And big bulls, they're a little testier. That kind of takes them a few years to settle down and realize what's going on. Some will lose that mean as they get older. Some won't have it at all. But them little Spanish bulls, they're mean till they die.
So you're not agitating the bull at all?
Not at all. We're just trying to maneuver that bull by ourselves to work and to try to get as close to him as we can without getting run over or launched in the air, and trying to make it look fancy.
Now, I'm going to ask you, can you run fast?
When I'm scared, yes.
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 How fast have you had to run when you're out there in that arena?
I've had a bull line me out and almost ran all the way across the arena at a dead sprint, and they were right there pushing. So, I mean, definitely, it's a four-legged animal versus your two legs. So, I mean, you just hope you stay standing.
What's the future hold for you?
Hopefully going pro. I want to go pro in this industry and try to be as great as I possibly can, helping people out and just see where the cards fall. They've been looking so good this year. I can't wait till next year to get that much more higher on the chart. So
you get your pro card, but what happens in the in-between Because I think you're probably between a rookie and a pro right now.
Roughly, yeah.
What happens if you get hurt?
Heal up as best you can. Try not to get hurt too bad, I guess. I mean, it's in your mind that you're going to get hurt, but it's not how bad you get hurt. It's if and how, or well, I guess
If
it's
and
if
when.
and when, yeah.
That's
But
the risk
it's
you
all,
take?
It's in the back of your head, but you got to let it just sit back there. You can't think about it or it will happen. This is all instinct. You can't think about it.
You even got your own name on this gear. Right?
I do.
Okay, I've never actually seen a lot of gear. Can you? All right. So what is this? Your breast?
This is a vest. It's a protective
It's a vest,
vest. It's
okay.
pretty much like a turtle shell
Okay.
that you place it on your body, and I'll explain it to you here. It covers all your vitals, your organs, your rib cage. And it's really just to basically keep the bull from, I mean, a lot of the time them bulls will throw their heads up from your hips. They'll hit you in your ribs, in your back, in your chest. And the reason for these is to protect all your organs, your rib cage from just completely collapsing.
Okay. And what's it made out of?
Just plastic and some fiber, like soft, like almost like gel material.
You got to be in there pretty tight.
But I mean, yeah. Well, when I'm doing a freestyle, I like to hunker it down and tight.
Okay.
But when I fight big bulls, I mean, it's that loose, and I can still move it around. But with these little Mexican bulls, I don't want it too loose. They'll get up under there and undress you within, I mean, a heartbeat of a second.
The Mexican bulls, they're
The little,
ornery.
oh yeah, they're very vicious little little animals. They're like all them bad like guard dogs almost that you see in the movies in the junkyards. And mean, just want to bite, and that's pretty much how these little
So you're
bulls
looking
are.
them in the eye. What about a certain color?
No, they're colorblind.
They are colorblind.
Colorblind. They
So
go
you-
simply
when you
off
see
of
them
movement.
with the red.
Yeah, no,
We're back in red.
When they do the red with the capes, it's just that movement of that cape. That cape flows so much to where that bull's going to go to that cape because it's moving. It's something for them to get.
It has nothing to do with the color.
Has nothing to do with the color. Has nothing to do with all the flair that them guys have. It's just that movement. They got to get that movement to where, like when we throw a fake, it's almost like throwing a big move to them. They're like, oh, it's going there, and then
They
you
wanna
move.
follow.
Yeah, and then you move, and they go flying right by you.
Gotta ask you. You ever been stepped on, hit in the head?
A lot.
Okay. Where did it hurt the most?
I have a plate and 4 screws right here in my jaw from a bull.
Oh
I had a bull catch me under the chin with his tailbone,
Okay.
knocked me clean out, broke it clean here, fractured it up by my ear, broke a bunch of teeth, and gave me probably one of the worst concussions I've ever had in my life.
Okay, so that was the worst one?
So
What about
far,
the
yeah.
legs?
Legs, not bad. I broke my foot in July. Had a bull jump on me and stand on it and then knock me over and go over the top of me. Other than that, nothing too bad. My knees are kind of bad, but that just kind of
Okay,
comes
so
with the territory.
I gotta ask the most personal question. Do you have to wear a jock strap or anything?
No, you don't have to. A lot of people, some people do,
If you
some
get
people
stepped on,
don't.
that could be the end of the family, Jules.
Yeah, it's just kind of that. It's kind of part of that risk, Bill. You just
It's
gotta let
another-
it
it's
sit in the
another
back of your
risk.
mind. Yeah, you just gotta let it sit in the back of your mind, not to think about it.
Don't focus on it. I want to say thanks for Prefert showing us around a little bit and letting us use this little area to kind of get a little up close and personal and actually kind of get to know you.
Yeah, they're.
You know this equipment very well.
Yeah, this is really good equipment. It's very solid, really good to work with bulls and stuff compared to a lot of the stuff I've dealt with. It's pretty strong, really easy. They got really good systems in each piece of equipment that it's just amazing stuff.
There's something I've always wanted to do. Follow me. Colton, I gotta say, I think you're pretty courageous to be out there.
Thank you.
How do you do this?
A lot of practice,
What do you practice on?
a drop barrel, and going to arenas and getting on practice bulls.
Really? Now, how old are you now?
11,
And you've been doing this for how long?
about 6 years.
6 years? Wait, so you saying you started this when you were 5?
Maybe a little before, but I think that's
A
right.
little before 5?
Yes, ma'am.
And how tall would have been then?
Pretty short,
You're pretty short. How tall are you now?
like 4'10".
You're
No,
4'10"?
4'7",
Oh, you're
4'8".
4'7". Did you win today?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Okay, so what do you win?
A buckle and some money.
You win some money?
Yes, ma'am.
How much money?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet? Wow. Is the money gonna go to buy some of these fancy new chaps?
I don't know what it's gonna go to. Maybe some new equipment. I don't
New
know.
equipment. Well, okay, tell me about the equipment. Like a vest?
It helps when you get stepped on and from horns, so they won't hit you harder. And I'll wear a helmet because
You wear a helmet. Yeah, I saw that.
it helps your head protected. And I wear chap because they protect your legs just a little bit.
Yeah. Now I think if I recall, I thought I saw you got hung up there.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
happened?
I messed up trying to get off and get my hand out, and
How do you mess up trying to get off? I mean, you
didn't-
get stuck, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you really mess up, or you just didn't think about it?
I messed up.
You did mess up. I would have never have thought that. Yeah, you're kind of quiet.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so what's the ultimate goal? What do you want to do with this?
I want to just help it give me confidence to go and try and get better and keep going and do good in the World Finals.
Now, does this give you a lot of confidence in life?
Yes, ma'am.
So, like confidence in school?
Yes, ma'am, that I can do all things.
You can do all things?
Yes, ma'am.
Like, what? Tell me what you like to do outside of bull riding.
I like to play baseball and football and play with friends and stuff
And it
like
gives you a lot of confidence?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. So, if there's somebody out there like you who wants to get into this, what would you tell them?
I'll tell them that you should always follow your dreams and to practice to get better at it.
I love that. That kind of makes me cry. You're tearing me up here. I like that. I think I'm going to take that advice. And you know what I always say? I tell everybody to keep it real and keep it country. Can you tell them that?
Keep it real and keep it country.
Right on.
Thanks for watching What's Country in Vegas. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on YouTube. If you'd like to be a part of our show or are interested in advertising, please use the contact info on the screen.